Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Boy, it seems like a long time since you've seen me at my desk here and ready to put out a video like this, because you know, we had that conference, and then of course I did this Iron Sharpens Iron series, which, by the way, thank you all for your positive responses for that. I will be continuing with that in the near future, but it takes a bit to put those together, so just please be patient with me. But yes, love the response. It's been great. If you haven't seen it yet, you can check them out here, hopefully here. And yeah, and then they're really a great thing that churches are not touching on. So I would encourage all of you to look at those. But that being said, oh my gosh, since I've sat at my desk here and talked to all of you, so much is going on. Oh my gosh. Well, let's get to at least the highlights that I'm interested in, or that you should be interested in, because it is concerning, at least in terms of globally what's going on. And let's talk about this. Let's just jump right on into it. Pandemic treaty signed. These people are nuts. Here it is. World Health Assembly adopts historic pandemic agreement to make the world more equitable, I hate that word, and safer from future pandemics. Look at these people. Look at, they're celebrating. Like this is a big thing. I'm sorry, I just signed away all my freedoms. Here you go. Yay! These people are dumb. This is crazy. Folks, the jig is up. And why am I talking about this sort of thing? You know, isn't COVID dead? You'd like to think so, but let me tell you, after my trip down to Melbourne, hey, the conversations down there, they're still reeling from it, and with good reason. It's absolutely crazy what the heck is going on and what people, these evil entities or whatever, are putting together to basically control the masses. It is, well, not scary for me, but it's concerning for me in the sense that it will be scary to the people who are not saved. But look, now that time has gone by, I mean, look, the evidence is all there about what these mRNA, shots have done. In fact, might just, so you know, from a personal standpoint, I mean, my stepfather, he died 2 years ago after taking 4 of them right in the arm. But I'm telling you, this is bad stuff. And if you don't think so, have a listen to this guy.
You recently said, let's get these mRNA vaccines off the market, get them out of our kids. Would you elaborate?
I think that when we look at the mRNA technology now, we see serious issues. If this is a delivery system, if we're encapsulating it in a fatty lipid so that they could cross the blood-brain barrier, the idea that it would stay located where the vaccine was delivered made no sense from the beginning. But now we find it's finding itself into heart muscle. It's finding itself into organs all over the body. We're seeing 700 days after the vaccination now in important studies that there's still spike protein floating around some people's bodies. Serious questions how that's happening. There is a concern that maybe this is inserting itself into the genome. This technology itself is designed to deliver a foreign protein into the body. If it delivers that to the heart, the immune system is attacking it, and it starts attacking heart muscles. Once you've hurt the heart, there's no mending that. That is a scar that is there forever. The death rates are very high within the next 10 years of anyone that suffers myocarditis, pericarditis. This technology appears to not work the way we want it to. I think we're seeing rises in cancer that we need to look into. I mean, there is so much. We've seen the death rate. The all-cause mortality didn't go down once we delivered the vaccine. It stayed constant. For all of these reasons, and the work that we do, we are calling for this to pull the recommendation on children right away. We're calling for this mRNA technology to be reinvestigated. It is not safe.
Look, I'm so glad some people are waking up, okay? But really, how many people are listening? That's the crazy thing. Take a look at this video with this kid. This goes to show you how people just go along. It's unbelievable.
You take the COVID jab?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's good for you.
Why is the COVID jab good for you?
Because it is. It's the NHS say it's good for you, and just like they're the professionals and you're not.
You sure about that? What about the other professionals who say, actually, don't take it, like the man who invented the technology for it?
Do you have concerns about these vaccines?
Yes, these are experimental vaccines.
They're stupid.
The guy that invented the mRNA technology is stupid.
This goes to show you the mentality of people. Now, granted, he's a kid. I get that. But look, there are even adults who acted like that, not just during COVID. They acted like that even now to this day. It's like it's a lot easier to believe that lie than to accept the truth of what you actually did to yourself. That's sad. Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you, I'm going to share this one with you. This got sent to me as well, and this is a good one. You wonder why your egg prices are going up and why they're destroying chickens. Well, here it is. Chicken egg yolk antibodies block the binding of multiple SARS-CoV-2 spike protein variants to the human ACE2 receptor. Folks, this is a scientific study, and it goes to show you, I mean, look, think about what did they do, at least to us in Australia here. What did they do to us? They locked us down, kept us out of the sun, vitamin D, oppressed us. And then now they're trying to, destroy chickens in the masses, or at least make it cost prohibitive. And you've got a thing here that basically it's a scientific study that the link is below in the description, a scientific study here where it's truly coming out that, they've made it so that eggs can actually keep you healthy. Wow. Yeah, so what are we to believe? I mean, I think about all the diet things that have come over the years, where it's like, fat's bad for you. Wait a minute, maybe fat's good for you. All I have to say is everything in moderation, and you can put your own label on that one. I'm not going to go alienating myself from everyone and talking about what is good or bad or anything like that. But look, I love eggs, and I know some other people like Billy Crone ate chicken, so they'd be like, oh, that's too bad. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's all going down. It's absolutely crazy what's going on and how they're just basically these governments, these elites are trying to corral people right to the edge of the cliff and basically give them no choice. What do we know is going to happen in the 7-year tribulation? It's basically a global government, a global religion, and a global currency. In fact, let's talk about the currency. How do we get to the currency? On this channel, you've heard me talk about the financial side of things pretty often, especially recently. And I know just even this past week alone, gold prices, well, hey, if you didn't buy in, I told you there was going to be a dip coming. The dip happened. Now we're going back up. And so it's because there's just uncertainty globally around the world. I mean, even the U.S. is starting to struggle. In fact, just speaking of the U.S. alone, what a kick in the head this is that, you had Elon Musk. They rooted out all this corruption going on in the government in the United States. Great, we're going to fix this, right? No. And then Congress comes in and said, nah, business as usual. Don't worry about it. We got this covered. As the debt goes up and the dollar collapses, it's a unbelievable thing that we're watching, basically Rome burning to the ground in slow motion here, and that's what's going on. But some of the highlights that we need to be paying attention to: Japan's currency. They're one of the bondholders here of the U.S. that's helping support, the currency of the United States. Well, they're having troubles, and I think once they have troubles, believe it or not, that economic woe is going to then spill into the U.S. in terms of the bond market. Now, I won't go into all the ins and outs of what that means. But look, here it is. You've got Goldman Sachs and Jamie Dimon even this week just giving a warning about where the dollar is going to go. And look, the reason why I even cite this, and if you've been watching my channel, you know where I'm going with this, but I keep referring back to Revelation 6 and the black horse, and it talks about this terrible economic woe that the world has never seen. Folks, the stage is set for this. It just needs a couple little more, chinks in the armor here, and then it's all gonna go. I mean, we're seeing the housing collapse already start right, having to start right now, like 2008, but worse. We're seeing that there are more sellers than buyers now. Trust me, there are a lot of indicators out there that are showing this. People are struggling financially, no doubt. Here it is, goods cost more. In fact, there was one thing when I was back in the US last September, I could not believe the price of food. Oh my gosh, that is insane. And then if your wages aren't keeping up, or let's say you're underemployed, employers will not employ people full time anymore because that costs even more money. Well, let's make it 39 hours instead of 40 hours so that they are just part time, and then we don't have to pay them as much and all the other stuff that goes with it. That's happening, which is why Americans are having to take 2 to 3 jobs just to even pay the bills. It's getting absolutely insane. But folks, I got to tell you, it's expected. This is the sort of thing that was coming all along. Now look, when Jesus returns, Bible is very clear. No one knows when that is going to be. But I do believe in a pre-tribulation rapture of the church where Jesus will come for his church, for his bride. And then it's, I believe a short time after that, it's going to be the Revelation 6 that talks about, the red horse, the black horse, the pale horse, basically war, economic woe, famine, death. It's going to be gnarly right at the front end. And that's just at the front end of the 7 years that's coming here. And I believe very shortly. Folks, I'm pointing all this out because the stage is being set. The last pieces of the chessboard are being put into place right now. Why is this important to you? Because you have a circle of influence. You have people that you love that are, and even people that you don't, you love them. Hopefully you love them. But the people in your circle of influence, that they need to hear the gospel. I believe our days are absolutely numbered here, and we need to be moving with urgency. I cannot emphasize that enough, in that we need to be pressing into God, telling people in our circle of influence the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's not your job to convict them. That is the Holy Spirit's job to convict them, but it is your job to be the messenger on that. And just keep pressing into God and just be joyful, because really, as much as all this stuff is going on, there is an end coming, and I believe very soon. Folks, that's it. That is my word of the day. I am back in the saddle again. Thank you so much for watching here. There is, let me tell you, there are a lot of spinning wheels going on in my world. Pray for me too. There are some interesting opportunities as well. And I see God moving some things around even for my life here, so as well. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in this week. And if you haven't already, I would encourage you, just like this video. It helps spread the word out there. More people need to see this. I can't believe it too. I'm right at the prefaces of hitting 6,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much for tuning in and liking me and watching me and giving me a voice here on this platform. I am most grateful for it. That being said, folks, I hope to see you all next time.